The message came at 2:14 a.m. A photo. Blurry. My wife's perfume bottle on someone else's dresser. My best friend's dresser. It wasn't proof, yet. But my gut reacted before my mind did. That quiet pull in the chest. That tremor you get when the lie finally lands in your bloodstream. I stared at the image, replaying months of nothingness. Her sudden laughter at her phone. His messages about working late. My friend's strange silences when I walked into a room. They already knew, and I was the fool who didn't. My thumb hovered over the call button, then stopped. No, not tonight. I turned my phone off, placed it face down, and stared at the ceiling. My birthday was in 5 days. She'd been planning a dinner. Intimate, she said. Just close friends. Close. I closed my eyes and imagined her rehearsing her lies in the mirror. The same mirror where I used to watch her get ready. Slowly, beautifully, dishonestly. The thought didn't break me. It steadied me. The next morning she kissed me like nothing had happened. Coffee on the table, sunlight in her hair, and guilt in her eyes, though she'd trained herself to hide it well. "Don't forget, Friday at 8, she said. Everyone's excited. Everyone." I smiled back. Wouldn't miss it. My best friend, Rafik, called later that day. Said he'd booked the restaurant. "Something special for the old man," he laughed. His voice cracked slightly when I thanked him. That was when I knew for sure. Guilt doesn't hide well in laughter. The next few days were quiet. Too quiet. I noticed things I'd ignored before. The way her friends exchanged looks when I entered a room. The hushed tones that stopped mid-sentence. Once I walked in on her whispering to someone on the phone. She froze, smiled too quickly. "Just Sarah," she said. But Sarah looked away when I mentioned it later. They were all in on it. The women she trusted. The friends who pretended to like me. The man I once called my brother. And still, I said nothing. Silence became my weapon. I started small, quiet, methodical. A contact at the phone company owed me a favor. Call logs, location pings. She wasn't careful. He wasn't either. Same coordinates, same hours. I visited Rafik's office one afternoon. He looked startled to see me. I asked for a document I knew didn't exist. Watched him sweat through his smile. His desk drawer was slightly ajar. Inside, a bracelet. Hers. The one I thought she'd lost. I left without touching it. Every night I sat in my study, piecing together the puzzle they built behind my back. My wife's movements, her friends' messages, the lies they told each other to justify it all. What fascinated me most wasn't the betrayal. It was their teamwork, their quiet, communal deceit. By Thursday night, I had everything. Dates, messages, recordings. Even a video from a hotel security camera, her hand on his arm, laughter echoing through glass. I didn't feel anger anymore, just clarity. Friday morning, I sent a single message to a private contact list. 7 names. Dinner tomorrow, 8 p.m. Be there. They would come. They always did. The restaurant was candlelit, elegant, deceptively intimate. She arrived first, glowing in gold, pretending she didn't notice my cold eyes. Her friends followed, smiling too wide, drinking too fast. Then Rafik, late, nervous, sweating. "Happy birthday, man," he said, forcing a hug. I nodded. "Thank you." Dinner began with laughter, forced, mechanical. The table buzzed with conversation that meant nothing. Every sound felt distant, filtered. I watched their faces more than I listened. Halfway through the meal, one of her friends, Layla, leaned in and said softly, "You should really learn to be more modern. Relationships don't have to be so possessive." The others chuckled. My wife's hand froze on her glass. I smiled. "You're right." Then I signaled the waiters. Only they weren't waiters. Two men in black suits stepped forward, placing envelopes in front of every guest. Her friends. Him. Her. Each envelope held proof. Photos, messages, timelines. For a long moment there was only silence. Then a single gasp. From her. The color drained from her face as she opened hers. Where did... "You?" she whispered. "Does it matter?" I said. Rafik stood up, stammering. "It wasn't—" I raised a hand. "Sit." He sat. The others couldn't meet my eyes. I spoke quietly, almost tenderly. I spent months wondering what I did wrong. Why everyone I trusted looked at me like I was stupid. Turns out, stupidity was loyalty misplaced. No one moved. No one breathed. I didn't call you all here to scream. I just wanted to watch the moment the lies finally collapsed under their own weight. I stood, adjusting my cufflinks. You can keep the evidence. Call it a souvenir. My wife's lip trembled. "Please, let's talk privately." I looked at her the way a doctor looks at a body already gone. We did talk. You just never listened. As I turned to leave, she reached for my hand. I didn't pull away harshly, just enough for her to feel the absence. "I forgive you," I said softly, "but not in the way you think." Then I nodded to the men in suits. They handed her divorce papers, already signed, already sealed. Her knees weakened. Rafik whispered her name, but she didn't respond. The sound of paper sliding across the table was the only farewell she got. I walked out into the night. The air was cold, clean, unburdened. Behind me, I heard her call my name once. Just once. It didn't sound like guilt. It sounded like realization, the kind that comes too late. For the first time in months, I felt nothing. No hate, no grief. Just silence. They could keep their secrets now. They had nothing left to hide. As I stepped into the car, I caught my reflection in the window. Calm, almost unfamiliar. Birthdays are for new beginnings, after all. I looked at the restaurant one last time. The lights flickered, dimmed. Then I smiled. Dinner's over.